We're doing an awareness walk for suicide prevention, coinciding with National Suicide Survivors Day, which is November 17th, deemed so by Congress. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and our organization, the Kristin Brooks Hope Center, worked for the last 8 years to make this day an annual day that people that lost loved ones to suicide had a public place they could go out, talk to each other, feel safe, and let the rest of the world know that it does matter that people die by suicide and that we want to prevent more suicides from happening, but mainly take care of the survivors. And this walk is about that.
Nick was just a person who people just gravitated towards him because he was different and he was outgoing and he was just a really cool, different person.
I had known him for 5 years. We were in birding, middle school birding group. We actually competed together at the World Series of birding. We both took some of the same art classes, had a lot of the same friends. And he was depressed, and I guess not enough was done fast enough to help him.
On Saturday, I went into work. I had to be there at 3, and Miss Kay, the owner, and Gary, the manager, took us back in the office. The whole night wait staff and everybody took us back into the office, and they just said Nick's no longer with us. They said that the cops had found him, and he had so far it looked like he had committed suicide.
I was devastated, really. You just never expect it. I mean, you never think, oh, he's going to kill himself. I mean, you think things are bad, but they're fixable.
Releasing the balloons just signifies the fact that it's just a visual to kind of let go of some of the pain and some of the angst of losing someone that was close to you, and just you know, kind of saying a prayer for them as they release it.
His obituary stated that he died unexpectedly. It didn't say that he was depressed, it didn't say he committed suicide, and no one talked about it. No one wanted to say that he committed suicide, that he was depressed. It was very much not in my backyard, that didn't happen.
Our county that we're in here, Queen Anne County, has lost several young people in the last few months to suicide, and there have been more attempts that have required hospitalization. So we as a county are trying to come together and do something that will actually make a difference, educate young people about the warning signs. On the trail, as you'll see, there are little warning signs that look like street signs, and they're designed to help the people walking on the walk understand those warning signs, so that when they leave this walk, they have more than just the support of each other from this walk, but they also get some knowledge that's useful.
Are you ready for this?
You ready?
Threatening suicide, talking about suicide.
Looking for methods.
Looking for methods, talking about dying, writing about dying, increased alcohol use, increased drug use. What's the next one? Last will to live. No purpose for life. Anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety and agitation.
Sleeping all the time. And not sleeping at all.
It's so difficult for a survivor of suicide to be able to even admit that they lost someone to suicide because of the guilt factors, the judgment that you place on yourself and that you expect that others will place on you, even if they're not. Very tough to, it doesn't matter if the suicide occurred, you know, 10 years ago or a week ago, the pain is always there, it's all palpable, it can be touched so easily by a song, by something that somebody says, the way somebody looks reminds you of the person you lost. And to be on a walk like this, you're in a safe embrace of other people who all have felt to a certain degree the same thing that you're feeling, and understand where you are because they're in the same place. So it's a support group that moves.
My own brother committed suicide when I was 11, so That's why I'm involved. It's important that we try to get people to talk about it, because the only way to prevent it is to get it out in the open. And it's just that people don't want to talk about it, because I don't know, if you say that you're involved with it, then they'll think, oh, you're involved with suicide, you might have the same thing, because like you said, it's a chain reaction. One person takes their life, another person thinks the same thing. So you say you're involved with it and they think you have the same problems, and that's why people don't talk about it, but we need to, so.
There are many ways to help loved ones who've lost friends and loved ones to suicide. Support groups, in a small room in a church, in a living room in somebody's house. Doing a public walk like Destination Hope is a very powerful way to provide that same hope and therapy to people who've lost loved ones to suicide, because it sends a message to the rest of the world that you can survive, that you can have a life after the loss of a loved one to suicide. These walks, like Destination Hope, occur all across America, in big cities and small towns like here in Queen Anne County. These walks do help, and they can heal.